guys.
And we're back. Hi, my name's Charles, and I'm currently replaying Honkai Star Rail. Last episode, we took a job from Ruan Mei, and she immediately messed with our heads. She's doing some kind of weird experiments on her space station, trying to create life and therefore determine the secrets of life itself, and she experimented by trying to make talking desserts, and she was upset by them, and, she was just unimpressed by them and abandoned them, but they all now desperately want her approval. And she is apparently, last thing we heard from a video log, looking to recreate an emanator of propagation in order to determine how life works. So without any further ado, let's jump into the game. So we've been following the paths of the sort of little cake creatures for a while, but we're leaving the cake creatures and we're now following Ruan Mei's trip through her experimental history. So, also just opening up bits of this map and discovering that, hey, there are all these hidden propagation bugs just flying around. And I do believe... Oh yeah, and I also don't have... I've got the wrong team. Okay. So I should probably switch teams back again. This is my farming team. Let's just kill these things very quickly then.
Good night.
Evernight can do that. And switch to the team I'm supposed to be playing, which is this one. Again, I don't have a healer at the moment, which is probably a bad thing. I should probably temporarily swap Dan Heng for someone who can actually heal, because as nice as it is to have my my all kind Astral Express team running, it does mean that it's, I do run into problems. So I'll put Hyacinth on, if you're going to be anachronistic, be anachronistic. But I might just, use that to get through these bits and then see if I can defeat the boss fight with just Dan. But anyway, I do think this was the first time in game we met the bugs, but we'd been meeting them in the whatever the simulated universe about the bugs was. It was the very first big Simu expansion, and I'm totally blanking on its name, but they showed up in that first as a way to shill the 5-star Dan Heng. Oh, jeez. A way to shill the 5-star Dan Heng, because he was the best thing to kill all these imaginary weak creatures at the time. But
Don't worry.
I've forgotten where I was going with that sentence. But yeah, I think they showed up in this episode of the game after that. So they're not new enemies, but they are new in sort of meeting them in person. So I've got to go this way towards this thing. There's more bugs that way, but I will avoid them. Aha! So I'm going back up the lift. Oh, that's right! We heard that there was some kind of intruder. Now the big question is, do I have Dr. Ratio on this account? And if so, do I have him built? Because he might also be something I can use to semi-canonically beat the boss, because I think he was vaguely involved.
There's someone in the distance. Who is...
Here, a genius move. And how will you counter it? Only an idiot would ask such a question. just move this here. You look distressed. Something the matter? If that's the case, you better get thinking. Are you waiting for a sign? Time is ticking. Descend via the elevator. What you seek is there.
So, who are you?
Have you considered whether the answer to your question will be of any relevance to our current predicament?
I believe it is. I think that knowing who suddenly shows up in my space is kind of important.
If a question is of no help, then don't ask it. Time is clearly precious to the both of us. Never mind. Allow me to clarify something. I know exactly who you are, and I'm aware you are in Ruan Mei's employ. This was not my intended destination. I just happened to find my way here during my visit and saw what she was up to. My goals are roughly aligned with yours. Since you're here, I won't intercede. But should you fail, I will be forced to prevent some avoidable misfortunes. That's all you need to know. Just 2 paragraphs. Very effective communication.
Why do you wear an alabaster head?
Because I can't bear to see idiots. Of course, they wouldn't want to see me either. The real Ruan Mei's creation is hidden in the giant incubator below us. Go. Take the elevator and bear witness to this genius masterpiece.
See, it's a good illustration of why people who are arrogantly think they are very smart turn out to, you know, not be particularly smart. Because that whole, like, I'm going to give you just the tiny bit of information you need, and don't ask irrelevant questions like who I am, totally misses the point that it is a relevant question to me. It may not be a relevant question to him, but to me, this is an unknown factor that has just suddenly appeared in my mission that I have to deal with, and understanding more of it is going to make my life easier. So it could very much have spiraled into wasting a whole bunch of time going over all of the information that he could have just volunteered ahead of time. Anyway, there's a lot of, what people think smart people are versus what smart people actually are in the world that, bugs me sometimes. Go down here.
This is huge. The space station has an area this big?
So one thing I like about that is it's like we're really taking a few moments with the big elevator sequences in this to like really, increase the scale of her to space station and make it, because it felt kind of small and pokey in just the couple of levels we've seen before, but saying, hey, there is this expansive thing and the blue is just outside. So I'm gonna switch Pretty Dan back onto the team so that I can have my
Please do not go against my...
I am cheating all I'm very much cheating all Astral Express team. Like if I had Real March on there I would die very quickly, but Evernight is going to hopefully help me trivialize this boss who was designed for several generations of power creep ago. Yeah, that was a good cutscene. I like that.
Station clone? How can that be?
I'll stand in their way.
Okay. I probably do not have the defense to... I may have to actually cheat and sort of use a better team, but we shall see. So I'm a long way away from my ult, so I will summon Mem.
You can still walk away.
Another thing I do not currently have is the extra trace for the MC, because I haven't done Amphorius.
I'll endure.
So I'm saving Welt's ult, because I think he'll propagate at some point. Oh, they are Ice Week, yay! So yeah, so this was like... Let's have a look at it. I haven't been very remiss on looking at the stories behind bosses. The replica of the Emanator of propagation cultivated by Ruan Mei, briefly manifesting in the world as in incomplete form. Its original form is a giant lapisma that inherited the mandibles of the Imperator Insectorum. It can collect in its mouthparts the death ray that fragmented celestial bodies and make shattered stars incubators for procreating offspring. It was once one of the nightmares across multiple worlds during the Swarm Disaster. Swarm Disaster, that's what it's called. So if we look at the details, quantum resistance. Oh, also so they're basically quantum resistance and entanglement res. I think that's this one, just to stop me completely CCing them. But quantum resistance meant that a lot of the sort of things that were particularly strong at this time, like, you know, Sealer was still good, QQ was pretty good, were not good against this boss, and it kind of forced you down the we'll need to use a, you know, a imaginary, like Dr. Ratio perhaps, or Dan Hung. Anyway, let's go back to the battle.
Be good now. It's your time to shine.
So yeah, I only have that much health.
Until we meet again, everyone.
Is this how it feels to be in sync?
Okay, so I have lots of skill points, so I can use all of my slaps on him and slow him down. Okay, now he's going to multiply. Shield refresh is nice. Defense refresh is nice.
Dragon, rise!
Ultimate is nice.
Dragons, obey calamity undone, soaring above the lands. This is permanence.
Dan gives such good ult.
Stop messing around.
Also, I've just accidentally got all the weaknesses represented here, because Dan's physical, I think. Yeah, Dan is physical. So yeah, I've managed to somehow do right by this. Okay, so I'm going to do this.
Will soon fall. Good night.
Fill the board. But that breaks him, so that's good. I seem to recall that breaking this guy is what you wanted to do when he started creating these spawn. And then let's just whack him.
Alright. Rise and shine. Time to wake up.
You'll destroy the space station!
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Is this how it feels to be in sync?
So let's spank this thing with Mam.
We can do anything!
Spawn the fourth ad, then use Welt's ult.
Behind this power. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Oh, so he wasn't resistant to that. So entanglement must be... entanglement is quantum... break.
Calm your body and mind.
So he's then got 6 levels of... Uh-oh. 2 of those blowy up guys is not good.
My purpose.
So he now has 6 levels of vulnerability, so damage increased by 60%. Your thing is still up, so I'm just going to do that to you. Maybe break you. Nope. Okay, let's... Oh, we've got plenty of skill points. Let's just give Mem some buzz.
Make sure you have fun. Mimi! Mimi! The Evernight draws near. Let's do that again.
So, on one hand, March is on 41 sacks. On the other hand, she's at 50% health.
Do it again. Everyone.
Oh my god. Power creep is real.
After 56 seconds, the creature was unable to sustain its own existence and vanished as if it had never been born. The threat is over. Time to get going.
Is it over? I need to get some answers out of Ruan Mei.
So yeah, it tried to drop a planet on me, and that was just a little bit too much for it, so... then... it died. So I guess I have to go back up here now. Make my way back up into the space station to find Madame Ruan Mei. But yeah, that boss does demonstrate that power creep has definitely power crept a lot since the time of that boss, because it just did not hurt me in ways that bosses used to quite hurt me, even when I was playing a reasonably meta team. Wait up, is there this should be the exit, right? Like that's where the lift is? Are you telling me the only way out of here is to teleport? Because that's sad. I guess if you force me to, I will teleport. So she's back here. Oh, she's back on the platform, that's right.
The meeting of geniuses is over. As for the future of the simulated universe, that conclusion isn't important. What's important is your task. You look upset, correct? I regret my actions. There's no defending what I've done. Time and again, my experiments have fallen short, and they've always yielded predictable results. I made a clone, but it doesn't hold a candle to the Emanator.
It died on its own. You didn't have to lie to me. You probably did have to lie to me. If you told me you were building an Emanator, I might have been upset, so I'm not going to lie to you.
Exactly as predicted. 56 seconds on the dot. Restrained by time and place, its code of life could only be considered an incomplete attempt. I managed to replicate the moment it was born. However, it would soon disappear and be reduced to particles. Like every living being, it inevitably faced its demise as it journeyed towards the end. I find no fault in that. However, even the briefest life should have meaning. I want to know the limits of its capacity. It will indicate how far I've gone in a field completely incomprehensible to me. And it was a minuscule step, just as I had predicted.
It almost ate me.
I did say that if a danger proved too great for you, I would personally step in to confront it.
I have no proof of that.
I must admit, I'm not fond of scenarios where everything aligns perfectly with my expectations. An experiment should have its unforeseen twists.
On one hand, she is an absolutely amoral mad scientist. On the other hand, pretty.
That's where the joy lies. Even the most predictable storylines can have their pleasant surprises. I have to admit that these little ones born in the process sometimes move me.
Tell them that.
I see a human-like response in them. It is a concept completely opposite to that of divinity. They have emotions. Emotions may be either positive or negative. However, the love rooted in the depths of their heart is eternal and unchanging.
Oh, so cute.
They're still a long way from becoming geniuses, and are therefore unable to discern whether this love is one of friendship, romance, or familial love. That being said, can even geniuses tell the difference? I cannot, at least. I do not understand what love is, and cannot respond to their feelings. Do you believe my actions were wrong?
Is that compassion, I sense?
There's no need to tell me your answer. I just felt like asking the question. How should I take care of them? Perhaps leaving them at the space station is the best choice.
What you could do is create an event around them that awards jades.
Do I seem irresponsible? I'm sorry. I am often at a loss as to how to face my own creations. The effects of the anti-truth serum will also wear off. If others mention me to you in the future, you can answer however you like. Or even pretend you never knew me. After all, your memory of me will soon dissipate like smoke.
Stop fucking with my head.
Over time, hidden truths tend to surface. Past traumas, which I'd rather leave behind, have made me skeptical about trusting anyone but myself. If I do not want a secret revealed, the most foolproof way is to destroy it. The anti-truth serum will make you forget the brief period we spent together.
Haha, but I'm posting the whole thing on YouTube, so I win.
It won't take effect immediately. It is a slow, intangible process, like the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossom, sticky rice, and frosting sugar. Perhaps you'll remember someone performed selfish experiments on the space station, but you will no longer remember their identity. Perhaps we'll meet again someday, but you won't be able to connect me with the recollection. That way, the connection between life forms will be erased. Friendships, secrets, grudges, lies, all will disappear. It will make our lives more relaxing.
No, I won't forget you. Seriously, how could I forget that? Really.
I believe you. Screwlum will stay on the space station for a while longer. He and Herta still have problems they need to solve. As for me, I'm leaving soon and won't bother with goodbyes. Do you still remember the no man's land I mentioned? I'm considering a solo trip back there during my research downtime, just to see how things are. I miss member number 55 Yuqingtu sometimes. She used to always make something delicious for me to drink every time we parted ways. I hope I won't meet member number 4 Polka Kakamond. That would be quite troublesome. Who knows when the next gathering of geniuses will be? Do you have anything else you want to say to me?
I hope you'll come back and visit your creations.
I promise I will, Mr. Assistant. If fate allows and you're interested, upon our next meeting, we could journey to No Man's Land and traverse its tranquil glaciers. Though I suppose it wouldn't be No Man's Land anymore. What a conundrum.
Aw, they just wanted to be loved. And Ruan Mei now can visit me on the express and give me a couple of jades. Aha, so this is... There is a follow-up. Mundane troubles. Tell Asta about Ruan Mei's departure. I will actually teleport to the MCP because I'm a lazy guy.
It's still early. Where to now?
How are those two doing lately? Did they learn to coexist? So you do care about them. I accommodated them in the space station. I taught Molten Cheese Tart to master humility and let Grey Bean Paste have a positive outlook on life. Thank you. When will I forget you? Maybe eventually. I look forward to experiencing new stories with you. Okay, I promise. In the future, research will still continue. Right, about the Alabaster Head. Is he a friend of yours? Ah, unknown variable. So I think that this chat with Asta is just the introduction to the event, but I could be wrong. Herta Surveillance Team. Welcome, new friend. What an honor to see you here. Looks like my importance in this chat is now downgraded by 1. Looks like my importance in this chat is now downgraded by 1. This chat feels like deja vu. For real. Okay. Let's get back to the topic. How do we deal with the situation? Accountability! Accountability must be held. What accountability? Do you still not know?
Heritor Newsflash. Good evening, Madam Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madam Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
Just look at this. They are walking all over us, positively assaulting Madam Herta at this rate. Yeah, right. And the management of this space station is real so crappy. The Legion incident aside, how could they allow Madam Herta to be attacked on our own turf? Just what's going on? I really hate these imbecilic pests who sit in high places and do nothing. But when all is said and done, after the Legion crisis, the space station has done a good job of revitalizing and rebuilding. You've got a point. Those are two different kettles of fish. Besides, they were never that competent to begin with. Aren't you jumping ahead? Isn't the main focus Herta's safety? Let's not poke our noses into other people's business. Isn't that us' job? Our job is to sit here and judge the quality of their work. As for how to get things done, that's for them to worry about. You have some bizarre reasoning, but you're spitting facts here. You're absolutely right, bro. Rich know it, you spoke my mind. Comrades, what is our goal? To rid ourselves of all imbecilic pests. Good, you passed. Herta was attacked? Anyways, let's go to her office and see what's going on. I do not remember any of this. This is entirely... So I have no idea whether this is going somewhere or whether I should have just, like, stopped recording. Like, but, you know, I'm only at, like, 30 minutes in, so I may as well just keep recording and see if anything happens. Because oh, maybe this is... Huh?
Mr. Scrollum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need him. The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was him.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
He's only just woken up. Dazed. He may need a few pointers. Ah, we cross paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
Mr. Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Asta will explain it all to you.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal.
Oh, I remember this now. Oh, it's the ratio quest. Yeah, okay. I will continue on with this and then find a convenient place to stop and then finish the quest in the next episode. Where is Herta right now?
She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity. Herta's aloof response to these juvenile provocations? Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me. Excuse me, you. Tell me, What were you doing the last time you saw that puppet?
Probably running errands. I was probably doing Simu.
Don't play the fool. Think.
I think I was.
Some system hours ago.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you? Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
Oh, bleh?
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there were some hints, then maybe...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory is kind of hazy. What did I do after that?
Ah, there's a memory bubble behind me.
I think... Herta mentioned Asta. That's right, I think I visited Asta.
Hey, what brings you here, Rich? It's been so long.
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay.
It's all taken care of. As long as the money's there, it's all good. Here's the account you asked for. It's legit and secure, allowing you to connect straight to the intranet.
Sure. Can I help you with something?
Oh, you flatter me. I'm just a peddler doing a little business on the side. Small scale. Best left under the table. But if you ever make it big in the guild, don't forget your humble friend, okay?
So Emily is rich?
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
These two aren't making any sense. This is so weird. This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't remember some of the details. Let me try to remember the conversation with Asta.
Explore the related memory, Asta's troubles.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. Maybe the researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an idea? Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them about it.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
I will follow the bubbles. Here is Hinkle.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh! If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me.
Ask for clues about the lost curio.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx?
A jinx?
Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos?
A wubaboo? That doesn't sound right.
Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios.
I mean, wubaboos are wubaboos, they're not curios.
Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day.
So, not only do I have to find a curio, but I have to find a person too?
I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta too. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen.
Explore your memories and obtain crucial clues in the form of cognition chasms through conducting key conversations with characters. Collect enough cognition chasms to exculpate yourself. Lots of C's in that. Memory sorting will record and update in real time the vague information you recall as you explore your memories, helping you to reconstruct events. Herta assigned me to find a certain lost curio that has very abstract traits. It seems that I may need Asta's help. I found Asta, but she didn't seem to know much about it. Fortunately, Hinkle of the Department of Ecology and someone from the Department of Insight are nearby, which is more or less a clue. Hinkle is troubled by the confidence crisis within the space station. We had a brief chat, and she speculated that what Herta is looking for is a Wobaboo, but this isn't certain yet. In the end, Hinkle recommended me to look for Adler. Apparently, he is the person who knows the most about curios in the Department of Ecology.
With them.
So I have another bubble to jump into.
Adler was with Arlen. They were in...
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
What are you people up to?
We're walking the dog.
We're having a walk.
Can't you get your story straight first?
Like I said, we're walking the dog.
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding something.
They're barking mad.
Is there something you need?
I'm looking for Adler.
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We're looking for him, too.
What, is the dog looking for him?
That kid sure is brave. Running straight to the scene on his own.
The scene of what? Is he in danger? Aren't you supposed to be walking the dog? I already did that line, so I'm going to do the other one.
No danger. Of course he's not in danger. Brother Arlen, I can't keep this up anymore.
Can you leave the talking to me next time?
Is there a problem? Also, it happens to everyone on occasion.
Let's walk and talk. Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help.
Visit Little Adler.
Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable.
Oh.
Over there.
Adler, Peppy, and Horse.
Thought he's in trouble. Let's go.
Don't worry. Just the night will soon fall. Good night.
Peppy! Are you okay?
Are you really the one who knows the most about curios?
That's me. What's up?
He wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now. Oh, about that investigation I asked for.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later.
Mysteriouser and mysteriouser.
So, which curio do you want to know about?
It's alive, but it has no body.
That's all you got? Too abstract.
That's all Herta said.
There's beauty in the abstract, I guess.
Alright, when it's Herta, you've just got to make excuses for it.
Have you asked the Department of Ecology head?
She said it might be a Wobaboo.
She's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right, either.
That's what I said. I also heard something like that exists in the bleh.
What did I say?
Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis. But it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but... what was the information I forgot? And from whom?
Due to the presence of certain hazy memories, some content will appear as bleh in conversations as you explore your memories. Using Cognition Chasm has a chance of restoring relevant hazy memories.
Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something. Right. Asta mentioned another name.
I ran into Arlen on my way to find Adler. He seemed to be looking for Adler too, so I decided to go with him. Adler was saved by us when he was attacked. I stated our purpose, and he seemed to have an epiphany from my words. I think I understood something from the words of someone Asta mentioned before. So let's go into the next memories. What's Arlen got to say for yourself?
I figured you'd come to me to uncover the truth. I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. I can't say anything except that it's a secret mission.
I'm the Trailblazer, you can tell me.
How did you know?
Just as I thought. I vaguely remember that Arlen said more. It's related to the thing I forgot. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy. I need to remember the other person Asta mentioned.
Explore the related memory, Asta's trouble. So I think that takes us back in time to a previous one? Recall once more the content of your conversation with Asta.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind.
Using Cognition Chasm might help restore hazy memories. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering, but there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta too. Recall more missing memories. Oh, so that's why it allowed me to go back, because I needed to have that conversation.
You're after?
I haven't made any progress yet.
Is that what Hinkle and think? At least that counts as a lead. See? My researchers are pretty outstanding.
I heard you're in a bit of trouble.
Just business as usual, nothing to worry about. After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts. Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts, but the researchers' disappearances have rattled them again.
Researchers' disappearances?
Yes. 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No exit logs, no traces. Vanished. People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret.
This seems like a big deal.
However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can like this. Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway public opinion. Anyway, the most important thing is to get to the bottom of the disappearances.
Do you need my help?
That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with something already?
I'm sure they're connected.
Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve the problem for the space station.
Asta, you're so diligent.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that they're from the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is.
Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Oh wait, I've already got that.
I saw it. I saw that person disappear. They vanished right before my eyes. Just like that. Snap. It was so quick. No traces left. Not even bones.
What do we do? It sounds like he's telling the truth.
Yeah. Whatever. Just let the professionals deal with it.
Oh, it's you two again.
I'm gonna tell you something. Make sure you don't tell anyone else.
Oh no, it's different other person.
My lips are sealed. Not a word to anyone.
The multiple disappearances? They're all for real.
Seriously?
Shh! Why are you being so loud? Do you want to disappear too?
Okay, so it's not the same guy, it's just he's got the same hair. And given that his hair is supposed to be unique. Like, there's an entire quest about how cool his hair is, so they shouldn't have reused that. Oh no, it's Oh wow.
It's been so long and there's still no response.
There's something fishy going on. How come they haven't recovered anything? I don't believe it. They're hiding something.
Those managers are useless.
So I've already talked to Hinkle. Is there anything to listen to from you? I've listened to you lot. Esther.
I say, what a wonderfully intelligent-looking young lady.
All right. Just cut the pleasantries and tell me how it's going.
No need to be modest. At my age, you get a feel for intelligence. Though I confess I did hear someone say you were the shining star of the Department of Insight.
Department of Insight.
I have faith in your abilities. So, how about my offer? Why not come with me after this is done?
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger, and my eyesight is failing. Do you think you can...
Sure thing. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled. I'll be bringing you something big soon.
It's happening again. The words in my memory are all jumbled up. Time to carefully recall my memories again.
Okay. I guess I need to jump into the related memory. But I think what I will do, given the given the timestamp, if I continue with this quest, it's probably going to be an extra long episode, so I am going to stand behind the bubble and say